In Hollywood, where relationships often make headlines for breakups rather than milestones, lasting love is a rare gem. Yet a few remarkable couples have defied the odds, standing strong through decades of fame, career changes, and relentless public scrutiny. These aren't just romantic partnerships, they're enduring love stories that have weathered every storm the spotlight can bring. From music icons to silver screen legends, each pair on this list has proven that true commitment still exists in Tinseltown. 10. David and Victoria Beckham, together since 1997. When a rising young soccer star met a glamorous pop icon in the late 90s, the world instantly took notice. David Beckham, already a household name in the world of football, first crossed paths with Victoria Adams, better known as Posh Spice from the Spice Girls, at a charity soccer match in 1997. Sparks flew, and their whirlwind romance quickly became headline news. They married in 1999 in a lavish ceremony that captured global attention, complete with a Golden Thrones photo op that became iconic in its own right. Over the decades, the Beckhams have faced their fair share of tabloid rumors and public scrutiny, yet they've remained one of the most recognizable and resilient couples in entertainment. Together, they've built a family with 4 children and pursued thriving careers, David in sports and business, Victoria in fashion and design. They've also become a brand unto themselves, representing style, loyalty, and longevity, in a world where celebrity marriages often crumble quickly. Now, more than 25 years since they first locked eyes, the Beckhams continue to stand as proof that even under the brightest of spotlights, love can not only survive, it can flourish. 9. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, together since 1996. When Tim McGraw and Faith Hill first met in 1994 during a country radio seminar showcase, sparks were undeniable. At the time, Faith was engaged to another man, and Tim was enjoying a rising career in country music. But fate had other plans. In 1996, while touring together on McGraw's Spontaneous Combustion tour, the connection deepened beyond friendship. Faith ended her engagement, and the pair married later that same year in a private ceremony that surprised even some close friends. From that moment, they became country music's ultimate power couple, recording hit duets, starring in tours together, and winning multiple Grammy Awards. But their marriage has been about far more than music. The couple has weathered industry pressures, hectic schedules, and even McGraw's personal struggles, always emerging stronger. In interviews, they've often credited their deep friendship, shared values, and commitment to family as the glue that's kept them together. Now, nearly 3 decades later, Tim and Faith are not only still happily married, but continue to perform side by side, charming audiences worldwide. Their enduring love story stands as one of the most admired in the entertainment industry, a testament to what can happen when talent meets devotion. 8. Elton John and David Furnish, together since 1993. Elton John had already lived a life full of chart-topping hits, sold-out tours, and personal reinventions before meeting Canadian filmmaker David Furnish in 1993. Introduced at a dinner party, the connection was instant. Elton, who had previously been married to German recording engineer Renate Blauwel in the 1980s, later said that with David, he found the kind of partnership he had always been searching for. The couple navigated their relationship through the 1990s, a time when same-sex marriage wasn't yet legal in the UK. In 2005, they cemented their bond with a civil partnership, making headlines around the world. When marriage equality finally became law in Britain in 2014, Elton and David didn't hesitate to exchange vows once more, this time as husbands. Together, they've built a family, welcoming 2 sons, Zachary and Elijah, via surrogacy. Elton has credited David with helping him maintain sobriety, balance his career with fatherhood, and find peace away from the stage. Theirs is a love story that has withstood fame, scrutiny, and the constant demands of a global music icon's schedule. After more than 30 years, Elton and David remain as committed as ever, proving that love, no matter the odds, can truly stand the test of time. 7. Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedwick, together since 1987. Kevin Bacon and Kyra Sedgwick's love story began on the set of the 1988 PBS movie Lemon Sky, where sparks quickly flew, but their paths had actually crossed much earlier. A 12-year-old Kara once met a 19-year-old Kevin after seeing him perform in a play. She later admitted she wasn't exactly smitten at the time, but fate clearly had other plans. They married in September 1988 and soon became one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. Over the years, Bacon and Sedwick have faced their share of challenges, including losing much of their savings in Bernie Madoff's infamous Ponzi scheme. Yet, instead of driving them apart, the setback brought them closer. Bacon has said that the loss reminded them that money was never what defined their happiness. It was having each other. Raising 2 children together, Travis and Sosie, the pair have managed to balance busy careers with a stable home life, often collaborating on projects while keeping their relationship refreshingly low drama. After more than 35 years, Kevin and Kyra still openly express their admiration and affection for each other, proving that even in Hollywood's fast-paced, often fickle world, some love stories remain rock solid. 6. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, together since 1985. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are often held up as the gold standard for Hollywood relationships, and for good reason. The two first crossed paths on the set of the TV show Bosom Buddies in 1981, but it wasn't until they reunited a few years later on the film Volunteers that romance began to blossom. At the time, Hanks was still married to his college sweetheart, but that marriage was reportedly already coming to an end. By 1985, Tom and Rita had gone public with their relationship, and they married in 1988. Since then, they've weathered the highs and lows of life in the spotlight, raising 2 sons together and supporting each other through major life events, from career triumphs to health challenges. Their bond was put to the test in 2020, when both contracted COVID-19 while in Australia, becoming some of the first public figures to share their diagnosis. The way they faced the ordeal, with calm humor and mutual care, only deepened public admiration for their partnership. Over nearly 4 decades together, Tom and Rita have proven that love in Hollywood can be both genuine and lasting, built on trust, laughter, and unwavering respect. 5. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, together since 1983. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's romance is one of Hollywood's most enduring love stories, all without a marriage license. The two first met in the 1960s while filming the one and only genuine original family band, but with a noticeable age gap at the time, romance wasn't in the cards. It wasn't until they reunited on the set of Swing Shift in 1983, both newly divorced, that sparks finally flew. From that point on, they became inseparable. Over 4 decades later, their relationship still thrives, built on a foundation of deep friendship, mutual respect, and a shared sense of humor. They've raised a blended family, including Goldie's children Kate and Oliver Hudson, and their son together, Wyatt Russell. Both have enjoyed long, successful careers, yet they've always made time for each other. Their secret? Choosing not to get married. Goldie has often said that skipping the wedding has kept their relationship strong, removing the pressures that can sometimes come with marriage. Whether walking red carpets or enjoying quiet time away from the spotlight, Kurt and Goldie remain a shining example that lasting love is possible, even in an industry famous for short-lived romances. 4. Meryl Streep and Don Gummer, together since 1978. Meryl Streep, one of the most acclaimed actresses of all time, has not only built a legendary career, but also a marriage that's stood the test of decades. She met sculptor Don Gummer in 1978 during a heartbreaking time in her life. She was grieving the loss of her partner, John Cazale. A mutual friend introduced them, and what began as a friendship quickly blossomed into something deeper. Within 6 months, they were married. For over 4 decades, Meryl and Don have navigated the demands of fame, raising 4 children together while supporting each other's careers. Don, a talented artist in his own right, often preferred to stay out of the spotlight, but his unwavering presence in Meryl's life has been a constant source of strength. Their relationship has been built on trust, shared values, and mutual respect. While Meryl has frequently credited Don for giving her the foundation to pursue her work fearlessly, he's praised her dedication not just to her craft, but to their family. Their marriage remains a quiet, enduring love story, proof that Hollywood glamour and lasting commitment can coexist. 3. Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner, together since 1971. Lily Tomlin, one of comedy's most beloved icons, first crossed paths with writer Jane Wagner in 1971 when Tomlin was looking for help developing her Edith Ann character. A mutual friend introduced them, and from that very first meeting, Tomlin has said she fell in love in 2 minutes. Their connection was instant, both creatively and personally. Over the decades, they've collaborated on numerous projects, including Broadway shows and films, blending their artistic visions seamlessly. But beyond their professional synergy, their private life has been a testament to loyalty and deep affection. For years, they kept their romance low-key, navigating an era when same-sex relationships faced far more scrutiny. After over 40 years together, they decided to make it official, marrying in a private ceremony on New Year's Eve in 2013. The longevity of their relationship is not just rare in Hollywood, it's inspiring in any walk of life. Their bond, rooted in humor and creative passion, shows that the strongest partnerships often grow from deep friendship and shared purpose. Lily and Jane continue to be a shining example of lasting love. 2. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington. Together since 1977, Denzel Washington might be one of Hollywood's most acclaimed actors, but behind the fame is a marriage that's been just as impressive. He met Pauletta Pearson in 1977 on the set of the TV movie Wilma. The two began dating soon after, but their road to marriage had a funny twist. Pauletta actually turned down Denzel's proposals twice before finally saying yes on the third try. They tied the knot in 1983 and have since raised 4 children together, all while navigating the pressures of Hollywood life. Denzel often credits Pauletta as the real backbone of the family, saying she's the reason their marriage has thrived for more than 4 decades. The couple's bond has endured red carpets, busy filming schedules, and the constant public attention that comes with Denzel's career. Pauletta has also had her own successful career in acting and music, but she's often been the steady, grounding presence in their household. In a world where celebrity marriages often crumble under pressure, the Washingtons' love story stands out. They've weathered the storms and celebrated the victories side by side, proving that mutual respect, faith, and commitment can keep a romance strong for nearly half a century. 1. Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson. Together since 1970, Samuel L. Jackson has been commanding the big screen for decades, but his most enduring role has been as a devoted husband to LaTanya Richardson. The two first crossed paths in 1970 while they were both in college, she at Spelman and he at Morehouse. Their connection was instant, but it was built on more than just romance. From the beginning, they shared ambitions, values, and a vision for the life they wanted together. They married in 1980 and welcomed their daughter, Zoe, 2 years later. Over the years, the Jacksons have weathered life's challenges, including the intense demands of Hollywood, by prioritizing family and supporting each other's careers. LaTanya, an accomplished actress herself, has often spoken about the importance of staying grounded and committed through it all. Samuel has credited LaTanya with helping him overcome personal struggles and keeping him focused on what truly matters. Their marriage, now surpassing 5 decades, is a testament to loyalty, perseverance, and love that only grows stronger with time. The Jacksons' partnership is a rare and inspiring example of what it means to truly grow together, through every role, every challenge, and every success. In Hollywood, where relationships often fade as quickly as box office trends, these couples have proven that true love can endure the spotlight, the pressure, and the passing of time. From whirlwind beginnings to decades of shared triumphs and challenges, they've shown that the key to lasting love is more than just chemistry. It's commitment, resilience, and mutual respect. Whether it's Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson's 5 decades together, or the enduring bond of David and Victoria Beckham, each story reminds us that some partnerships are built to last. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more forgotten Hollywood tales.